Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Raiders come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. Spotted at the left hash. This from 45. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. He'll drop to throw. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cunningham. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. It's Barkley on the counter. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Raiders 3.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Third down, he'll drop to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. That one good for 24 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. The slot man in motion right. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked at, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by Waller out left side. Down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Saints 7.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. Their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2nd and 3. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Lutz good on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's second and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
He did a good job keeping his focus downfield as he rolled out of the pocket, trying to fit a pass in. But that defender nearby made sure that one didn't result in a first down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They'll run with Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going. And we're seeing one right here.
And plays like touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Raiders 13.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get...
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
That's caught out wide by Cooks.
And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Malik Willis, 28 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints 35, Raiders 13. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback.
That's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A throw over the middle, taken in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
2nd and 14.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Jabari Zuniga gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And the Saints first down.
He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The kick by Lutz is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Second and 9 now. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jabari Zuniga able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this out past the 25. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Back to throw now on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Second and 6. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go, set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No,